Do you like talking finances with your spouse? Do you like talking finances with your spouse naked? Introducing Naked and Rich, the world's first financial game for couples where you talk about finances while trying to beat the pants off one another, literally. There are two ways to play. The first way to play is called competitive play. Time to deal the cards. Each partner receives one of each of the ER cards. Those are the gold cards. And each player can use each card a maximum of one time per game. Shuffle exposure cards, the blue and green cards, with extreme exposure cards. Those are purple, and place the deck face down. Each player draws 3 cards from the top of the deck. Who goes first, you ask? Easy. Rules say it's the last person that washed the dishes. This is player 1. Player 1 reads each of their questions to the other player one at a time, allowing them to respond in full to each question before moving on to the next. Player 2 receives points for each answered card. Player 2 then repeats the action. They read each of 3 questions to their partner, player 1, allowing them to respond to each question before moving on to the next. After both players have answered all 3 questions, the round is complete. Each card has different points. Count and compare final totals for the round. The player with the highest score wins, and the player with the lowest score must remove an article of clothing that the winner chooses. Now here's a whole other round ending. In the case of a tie, flip a coin to decide who wins the round. Best 2 out of 3 flips wins the round. Start the next round by having each player draw 3 new cards from the deck and repeat until one player loses all their clothes. This ends the game. The player with some article of clothing on by the end of the game wins. If that's a little too much exposure for you, there are exposure relief cards you can play. Each card deck has 160 cards. 10 are exposure relief cards. 5 go to each player. Each will have 5 different options to ask for some exposure relief. During gameplay, players can choose to either answer each card's question honestly, or perform the requested action, or use an exposure relief card. But remember, ER cards can be played only once per game. Hugs. The player of this card must receive a hug from the other player before and after the card is answered. Hands. The player of this card must have the other player hold their hands while the card is answered or performed. Hop. The player of this card can hop, skip, or jump over answering the card. No follow-up questions asked. But 10 exposure points will be deducted from the score. Hold. The player of this card may pause the game for 15 minutes. You must kiss one another to resume the game. And hold up. The player of this card can challenge the other player to answer their previous questions with more depth. If still not satisfied with their answer, they can demand the player remove an article of clothing immediately. Not enough exposure? There are also extreme exposure cards used only in competitive play. In each 160 card deck, there are 25 extreme exposure cards, worth 15 points each. These extreme exposure cards can be lighthearted or serious challenges beyond the base Q&A card gameplay. This could range from lighthearted trivia, write as many foreign currencies as you can think of, or can require earnest transparency such as show your last 10 purchases. Or even something a tad vulnerable like access your full credit report and share it with the other player to calculate how much debt you have in your name. Some are brief physical challenges like run around and find as much loose change as you can find in the next 90 seconds and 3, 2, 1, go! The important thing to remember is that this is for fun. If the losing your shirt as a penalty isn't suited to your relationship, you can play for other things, like chore IOUs, or special homemade meals and treats, or you can try collaborative play. Instead of all 5 ER cards, you only use 4. Toss out the hold-up cards. Blue cards are 10 points. Green cards are 5 points. Players shuffle cards and place the deck face down on the table. Who goes first, you ask? Why, whoever last initiated a kiss that day goes first. That's who. Draw a card from the top of the deck and read out loud to your partner. Each partner must then answer the question completely and honestly to earn the points on the card. Remember, you're earning the points together. Now it's your partner's turn. Alternate drawing and reading the questions until 100 points are reached. When that happens, congrats! You've both achieved decent exposure. Celebrate in a special way, or play again to achieve another 100 points. So, are you clear on how to play Naked and Rich? Do you want us to turn off the camera so you can have some privacy? Okay, have fun, you two. Don't forget to follow us on our social media channels, and feel free to share any special house rules you and your partner have added to the game.